Hi all, welcome to our channel. This is the first video in our lecture series for those focusing on the LEED Green Associate exam as well as those who want to learn more about the sustainable practices. We will cover all the sections in detail. Let's begin. The LEED Green Associate exam tests your general knowledge of green building practices for both commercial and residential spaces and both new construction and existing building. The exam content includes 15 pre-test questions that touch on concept in specific task domains and 85 questions that touch on specific knowledge domain. According to GPCI, task domains are defined as those areas that reflect the tasks necessary to perform LEED safely and effectively. These includes LEED project and team coordination, LEED certification process, analysis required for LEED credit, advocacy and education for adoption for LEED rating system. Whereas the knowledge domain reflects the rating system credit categories and what one needs to know. These include concepts such as LEED process, 16 questions, integrative strategies with 8 questions, location and transportation with 7 questions, and sustainable sites with 7 questions, water efficiency with 9 questions, energy and atmosphere with 10 questions, material and resources with 9 questions, indoor environmental quality with 8 questions, project surrounding and public outreach with 11 questions. Before going into more details on LEED, we need to know more about the Sustainable Development Goal. So it is a collection of 17 global goals set by the United Nations in September 2015 to end poverty, protect our planet, and to ensure prosperity for all by 2030. So let's go to the Sustainable Development Goals. So it includes no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, and clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate actions, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, and finally, partnerships for the goals. The lead categories can contribute towards meeting the sustainable development goals not only by saving water, increasing energy efficiency, or minimizing the carbon emission, but also by promoting education, or like creating jobs, improving health and well-being, and much more. So these policymakers, planners, or the builders can use this lead and other sustainable practices as strategy for achieving the UN SDGs. And also there are many synergies between the lead and the sustainable development goals. Some of them are like goal 3, it deal with good health and well-being, and goal 6, it deal with clean water and sanitation and much more. So I'm not going in detail on this topic, but I provided the link below so you can just go through that. So it's enough for this topic, and let's jump to the another topic. Now let's move on to the green buildings and sustainability. So according to US Environmental Protection Agency, sustainability is defined as everything that we need for our survival and well-being depends either directly or indirectly on our natural environment, and to pursue sustainability is to create and maintain the condition under which the humans and nature can exist in productive harmony to support present and future generation. Here is the graph which depicts the environmental impact as a percentage of total of the building in the US. It was actually plotted on 1997, but it's still sourcing in recently published papers. So let's have a look onto it. From this, we can finalize that the buildings contribute to a larger portion of the environmental impact on the planet, with 42% of the energy use and followed by 40% of atmospheric emission, 30% of raw material use, and 25% of solid waste. And yeah, let's have a close look to it. You can pause the video and have a look. So yeah. Well, in the previous slide, we have seen how the conventional method for construction impacts the environment in terms of it releases emission, etc. But in this present slide, we will be discussing how the green building performance can enhance the environment, or like it can balance the environment. So the data I took it from Green Building Performance, a post-occupancy evaluation of 22 GSA building, and is published in 2011. The document is available online. You can go through that. It's a wonderful document. And yeah, let's go on to the data. So it takes 25% less energy than the conventional construction, and in terms of operational cost it's again less, 19 percentage. And whereas in occupant satisfaction it is higher, like it provide more occupant satisfaction, about 27 percentage. And in terms of carbon emission it's again lesser than the conventional method, it takes only 36 percentage. Now let's learn about the traditional practices and sustainable practices in construction. Let's begin with the traditional construction practices. The first is site selection. For the site selection part, most of the people will consider only the project's budgets and often ignores the other parameters including environmental impacts and other microclimatic conditions. Another thing is no preventive actions are considered to limit air pollution, water pollution, greenhouse gas emission, and toxic chemical emissions during the construction. In some construction site, we can see a green net covers the entire construction site. This is done in order to reduce the air pollution. So otherwise, the suffering will be higher for the neighborhood. So these kind of preventive actions are to be taken before starting the construction. Another thing is the lack of proper communication between the team members, and also the best practices in water and energy consumption are often ignored, and also no waste management plan is defined to be applied during or after the construction. Now let's talk about the sustainable practices. And for site selection, it considers factors like community connectivity, accessibility to mass transit, and opportunities for shared parking, and also avoiding construction on sensitive land. And also like waste and pollution reduction from construction activities and ongoing operation have to be considered. Also the design and implementation of energy and water efficient system and monitoring system is also considered. And also there will be a good coordination between the team members to an holistic integrative approach to make environmentally responsible decision. And finally, the operation and maintenance cost reduction by more efficient utilities and high quality buildings. So this is the end of our video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. In our next video, we will be discussing the triple bottom line approach and life cycle impact assessment. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.